The little brother and sister. A brother and sister were very sad. Their mother had died. Their stepmother was not kind. She hit them. She pushed them away. "Let's leave," the brother said. "Let's go into the wide world." So they walked all day. They walked over fields and roads. In the evening, they came to a big forest. They found a hollow tree and slept there. The next morning, the sun was high. The tree was hot. The boy said, "I am thirsty. I hear water." He took his sister's hand, and they looked for a stream. Their stepmother was a witch. She saw them leave. She went after them. She put a magic spell on all the water in the forest. They found a stream. The brother wanted to drink, but the sister heard the water say, "If you drink, you will be a tiger." "No, brother, don't drink," she cried. "You will become a tiger and hurt me." So the brother did not drink. He was very thirsty. "I will wait for the next stream," he said. They came to a second stream. The sister heard it say, "If you drink, you will be a wolf." "Brother, please don't drink," she cried. "You will be a wolf and eat me." The brother did not drink. "I will wait for the next stream," he said. "But then I must drink. I am too thirsty." They found a third stream. The sister heard it say, "If you drink, you will be a fawn." "Oh, brother, don't drink," she said. "You will turn into a fawn and run away." But he was already drinking. As he drank, he changed into a small deer, a fawn. The sister cried. The fawn cried too. He knelt by her. He was very sad. But the girl said, "Don't cry, little fawn. I will never leave you." She took off her gold ribbon. She put it around his neck. She made a rope from plants to lead him. She held one end, and they went deeper into the forest. They came to a small house. The girl looked inside. It was empty. "We can live here," she thought. She found leaves and moss to make a soft bed for the fawn. Every morning she found food for herself, roots, berries, and nuts. She found soft grass for the fawn. In the evening the sister was tired. She said her prayers. She put her head on the fawn's back. It was like a pillow. She slept well. If the brother could be a boy again, they would be very happy. They lived in the forest for some time. One day the king went hunting in the forest. The fawn heard horns, dogs, and hunters. He wanted to join them. "Sister," he said, "let me go hunting. I can't stay here." He asked many times. Finally, she said yes. "But come back in the evening," she told him. "I will close the door to keep out the hunters. So I know it is you. Knock and say, 'Dear sister, let me in.' If you don't say this, I will not open the door." The fawn ran off. He was happy. The king and his hunters saw the beautiful fawn. They chased him, but they could not catch him. He ran over bushes and out of sight. When it was dark, he ran to the house. He knocked and said, "Sister, let me in." She opened the door. He went in and slept on his soft bed. The next morning, the hunt started again. The fawn heard the horns. He could not rest. "Sister, open the door," he said. "I must go." The sister opened it. "Come back tonight," she said. "Say the words." The king and his hunters saw the fawn again. He had the gold ribbon around his neck. They followed him closely, but he was too fast. They chased him all day. In the evening, the hunters made a circle around him. One hunter shot him in the leg. The fawn could only run slowly. One hunter followed him to the little house. He heard the fawn say, "Sister dear, open the door." He saw the door open and close quickly. The hunter told the king what he saw and heard. The king said, "Tomorrow I will hunt him again." The sister was very scared when she saw the fawn's leg. She washed the blood. She put herbs on his leg. "Go to your bed, dear fawn," she said. "Your wound will heal." The wound was small, The next morning he felt fine. When he heard the hunters, he said, "I must go. They won't catch me easily again." The sister cried. "They will kill you soon," she said. "I will be alone in this forest." She did not want him to go. "I will be so unhappy here," the fawn said. "When I hear the horn, I feel like I must go." The sister could not stop him. She opened the door sadly. The fawn jumped out into the forest. He was happy. When the king saw him, he told his hunters, "Follow him all day. Don't hurt him." When the sun set, the king asked the hunter to show him the house. They came to the house. The king knocked on the door and said, "Let me in, dear sister." The door opened. The king went in. He saw a girl. She was more beautiful than any he had ever seen. She was scared because she saw a man, not her fawn. The man had a gold crown on his head, but the king looked at her kindly. He held out his hand. "Will you come with me to my castle?" he asked. "Will you be my wife?" "Yes," the girl said, "but the fawn must come too. I will never leave him." The king said, "He will stay with you always. He will have everything he needs." The king took the beautiful girl to his castle on his horse. They had a big wedding. She became queen. They lived happily for a long time. The fawn lived in the castle garden and was well cared for. The wicked stepmother had thought the sister was killed by wild animals. She thought the brother, as a fawn, was hunted to death. But then she heard how happy they were. She heard they were doing well. Her bad heart was filled with anger and jealousy. She could not rest. She always thought of ways to hurt them. Her own daughter was very ugly. She had only one eye. People often made fun of her. "I have never been lucky enough to be a queen," she said. "Be quiet," the old woman said. "Be happy. When the time is right, I will help you." The queen had a beautiful baby boy. This happened when the king was hunting. The old witch changed into a maid. She went into the queen's room. "The bath is ready," she said. "It will make you feel strong again. Hurry before it gets cold." Her daughter was there. They carried the weak queen to the bath. They put her in the bath. Then they closed the door and left. But first, they made a very big fire in the stove. The poor young queen would soon die from the smoke. After this, the old woman took her daughter. She put a cap on her head. She put her in the queen's bed. She made her look like the real queen as much as she could. But she could not give her the missing eye. So the king would not see. She turned her to the side where there was no eye. At midnight, everyone was asleep. The nurse was awake. She sat by the baby's bed. She saw the door open. The real queen came in. She held her baby. She rocked him. She fixed his pillow. She put him back in his bed. She covered him. She did not forget the fawn. She went to the corner where he was. She stroked his head. Then she quietly left the room. In the morning, the nurse asked the guards if anyone had entered the castle during the night. They said, "No, we saw no one." The queen came many nights after this. She never spoke. The nurse always saw her, but she was afraid to tell anyone. After some time, one night the queen spoke. She said, "How is my child? How is my fawn? I will come 2 more times, then never again." The nurse did not answer. But after the queen left, the nurse went to the king. She told him everything. The king said, "Oh no." "What does this mean?" "I will watch by the child tomorrow night." So in the evening, he went to the nursery. Around midnight, the queen appeared. She said, "How is my child? How is my fawn? I will come 1 more time, then never again." She held the child as she usually did. Then she was gone. The king did not speak, but he watched the next night. This time she said, "How is my child? How is my fawn? I have come this time, then never again. The king could not wait any longer. He stood up. He cried, "You are my dear wife." Then she answered, "Yes, I am your dear wife." At that moment, God gave her life back. She was beautiful and lovely again. She told the king about the bad things the witch and her daughter did. The king had them judged. They were punished. The little fawn changed back into a boy. The brother and sister lived happily together for the rest of their lives.